Hey guys, Darren here with a box review of 1994 Upper Deck Team USA Basketball. I've opened a fair number of these boxes over the years. I don't remember if I completed the parallel set out of boxes. I think I did. I think I got all of them out of there. And I used to have, I don't know how many extra sets until I purged the 100,000 cards that I purged 10 years ago, which got me down quite a few doubles. So I don't have multiple sets, I just have one until opening this box. But I'm very, very, very familiar with these. So I didn't need the cards in them with the exception of the Follow Your Dreams cards. But the set's really, really pretty good. I think I like the SkyBox set better between the two, but the Upper Deck set still does look good, much better than the 1992 SkyBox set for the original Dream Team. So the cards have, the way the card set is designed is every player has 6 cards. It has, they have an introduction card for the player, and then something early in their career, something about their career, their all-star appearance. I think this is like records that they've set, or, oh no, this is a Jordan talking about each player. And then a Dream Team 2 portrait card is basically what it is. And so you go 6 cards, and then you go to Joe Dumars and you have his 6 cards, and that's the way the whole set is laid out. The cards, there are 2 different designs. One of the designs has the playbook design along one side of the border with a signature, and then the other design has just a smaller box and then a partial basketball up here. And so that's the way. The playbook is the 1st and 5th card, and then the other ones are, other 4 cards all have the other designs. So that's the way the set works. And then after you get through Neek at the end, which is back here, then you get 6 players from the women's team. So you got Jennifer Azzi, Deidre Charles, Lisa Leslie, Katrina McLean, Dawn Staley, and Cheryl Swoops. And then you get a couple of legends with Jordan, Larry Bird, Jerry West, Adrian Dantley, Cheryl Miller in a rare Cheryl Miller card, and then Henry Iba. And all of these cards have an embossed gold medallion on them. That's not the parallel, that's just the way the cards come. And with Cheryl, she also appears on Reggie Miller's 2nd card. So she has 2 cards in this set, essentially. So that's the way the set is laid out. And it's a pretty simple, basic set that is pretty good for 1994. If I was to design a set, I'd do a little bit more, but not much. I think it really is pretty solid. I think they did a better job and a worse job in 1996. But that's the way that the set was laid out by Upper Deck for this year. The packs are really nice. The way that they have the basketball in there, and there's almost a metallic look, even though it's not metallic, to the packs. But the whole design theme, I think, was pretty good. And like I said, there is a parallel, and the parallel has basically a gold logo emblazoned on each card, and it's in different places. So it either appears like right here and then over in another spot. So every single card has the logo in a different place. So you kind of got to look for it, but it came up in the same place in each pack, so it was easy to pull them out. So I got 2 Joe Dumars cards. I got, let's see, players of note, Kemp, the Marley. I got 2 Reggies. I got 1 Zoe, and then I got 3 Shaqs, a couple of 4 Prices. And then Isaiah Thomas rounded it out with 4, and then I got nothing after the players. So I didn't get the Jordan, the Bird, any of the women's team players, any of that in this box. So that was where those showed up. And for doubles, I got a lot, an absolute ton of doubles. So here are the doubles, and they're over twice as many doubles as regular cards in the set. So it's quite distinct, the difference between the two groups of cards. But I didn't get that close to a second set. I think it's 4 or 5 cards I'm missing from the second set, which when you consider how many doubles, that was surprising and a bit disappointing. I don't need a second set. but because after all, this is a second set for me. But I wish that I'd gotten closer just because there's so many doubles, and so the collation was still a classic Upper Deck collation. Not great. For the doubles, I got an extra Lisa Leslie, an extra Cheryl Swoops. I got 4 extra Jordans, and I got 4 extra Larry Birds. I got 3 extra Jerry Wests and 3 extra Cheryl Millers, as well as the only player anybody really seems to care about in this team is Shaq. And so I got, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 of the first one. I got 2 of the second, 3 of the third, 3 of the fourth, and 3 of the fifth. So I'm missing 1. I don't have a complete set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm missing 1 of the Shaq cards in the doubles. Other than that, I've got 2 to 4 of all the rest of the cards. But yeah, so that was how I did doubles. But I also got an extra checklist, and I got 1 extra gold medallion. So the checklists are not part of the set. They are a standalone set, and they have CK1 and CK2 for their numbers. So the first part and the second part, and I got 1 double apart from the 2 cards. So I think they're SP cards. And they have a couple of insert sets, one called Chalk Talk, which is where Coach Don Nelson, who's got a little hologram down here on the card, he talks about each player. These are heavily lacquered, gorgeous cards. I really like these cards. And Zoe is the player I got. They also have a Jordan set that I think is 5 cards, and I got 1 of those cards. This is obviously the insert set to pursue. And then the really tough one is the Follow Your Dreams contest. So all these cards are sendaways, and what it is, there are 3 categories. Every single player has 1 card of each of the 3 categories. So Zoe has 3 cards. This is the assist leader. It says right down here in gold foil. And then I also have Mark Price and LJ with rebounding. So you got assists, rebounding, and then scoring is the other one. So that means that there are, I think it's 13 players on the team, and then each of those players has 3 of these cards, so it's a 39 card set. It takes a while to collect them, and as I recall, I needed all 3 of these. So these are the 3 cards I actually got for my own collection. Now, when I was opening packs, I got excited about the Chalk Talk because I'd forgotten that I'd completed this, so I didn't need it, which is fine, but it's, again, gorgeous card. This is what I was excited to pull out of a pack, even more than the Jordan card, because the Jordan card, speaks for itself, but I didn't feel like I needed this because I knew I had this collection completed. But this is the card really that everybody who's not me is most looking for, and so it was nice to get all of those cards out. They didn't show up too evenly distributed. I think they were mostly toward the back, which means that for a while I'm just going through the motions, and then I started to get kind of excited about what came out. But there were only, of the inserts, there were only 5 that showed up in this box, which is fine. It helps for these cards to remain more valuable. But this is a case where it's just fun to go through and get the cards toward the set. For me, that's kind of what it came down to. The set is kind of haphazard in how it's experienced for me personally. So it didn't have the consistency that I would like for a set to have. The fact that they have the 2 different designs is almost annoying in a way, but it works well enough. When you get these in binders, if you lay it out so that you start here on the back of one binder and you go across, so you have Coleman, then you have Dumars, and then you have Hardaway, these look amazing in binders. But you got to lay it out that way for it to fully work. So you put the women's team at the front, and then a couple of the stars, and that's the way or a couple of the legends, and that's basically the way you got to lay it out to make it really all work. But regardless, I do like this set. I think it's a great set, and it's always fun to open up a box of Team USA cards. It's just a whole different experience, whole different process. I very much like it, and I was excited to do another one of these boxes, even though I've opened a lot of these in the past. Just the opportunity to go back and do that again was great. So overall, I had fun, and yeah, I guess that's all there is to say. So thank you for watching.